This is the story of a little beaver named Tulip, a tale of her fight for survival, her resilience, and the extraordinary bond that formed between her and those who saved her. Tulip entered our world as a tiny, frightened bundle of fur, but became a symbol of strength and tenderness that is impossible to forget. Her journey began at a construction site where a group of workers was installing utility poles. One of them noticed a small beaver kid crawling toward him, settling right on his boot as if saying, "I don't have a home." That moment changed Tulip's fate forever. The kind-hearted man couldn't leave her there. He gently picked up the little furry creature and brought her to a wildlife rehabilitator named Melissa. Melissa was an incredible person, fully dedicated to caring for animals. She took Tulip under her wing and did everything she could to help her. But it soon became clear that Tulip faced far more challenges than initially thought. She suffered from numerous health issues. Her body was frail, and she seemed too weak to make it on her own. When we first met her, she was just 24 hours old and looked as if her brief life had been spent simply trying to survive.
Good. Hello.
Tulip was so small that she couldn't even stand properly on the ground. She wobbled, as if her body didn't know what balance meant, but her remarkable will to live inspired us to fight even harder for her. That summer became a season of healing. We battled infections, watched as her fur began to grow back, and celebrated every ounce she gained. Each small victory meant the world to us. Then came the day I could finally let her outside. For the first time in what felt like forever, Tulip experienced a taste of freedom. However, to my surprise, she didn't know how to swim, an unusual revelation for a beaver. Determined to help her, I began teaching her. We used toys placed at the bottom of a pool to encourage her to dive and retrieve them. Slowly but surely, Tulip learned to swim and dive, and watching her splash around became the most rewarding moment of all our efforts. Tulip didn't just survive, she thrived. She revealed herself to be a true personality. Unlike other beavers that use their tails as stools, Tulip only does this while grooming herself. Her awkward movements during these moments resemble a quirky little dance, and her habit of licking her lips with her tiny tongue. It's impossible not to smile every time she does it. We also discovered her love for bananas, perhaps even more than her fondness for sweet potatoes. Whenever she spots a banana, her eyes light up and everything else seems to fade away. My ultimate goal is to return Tulip to the wild one day. She deserves to feel at home in the world she was born into, but our bond has become one of the strongest connections I've ever had with an animal. Tulip is more than just a beaver. She's a story of hope, resilience, and boundless love. If you enjoyed this story about little but mighty Tulip, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more inspiring tales. If you're considering getting an exotic pet, I strongly recommend reaching out to professionals first and thoroughly researching their care. Only then can you ensure your pet has the happy, healthy life they deserve.